Hello, my name is Dominic Chippendale. I'm the co-owner of a new technology company called O Innovations Limited that is looking to develop and commercialise the O Wind turbine, a new form of bladeless wind turbine that can harness winds from any direction. The original concept behind the turbine came about 10 years ago when my business partner Nicholas Orellana entered a competition for NASA to come up with an alternative design for the Mars rover. He came up with the proposal of a wind-driven ball that could cover the surface of Mars and make use of the chaotic winds found on the surface there. Although it did not win that competition, the design received a lot of accreditation, and it was around about this time that Nicholas realised that he had accidentally invented a turbine that can harness winds from any direction. In 2018, we were the national and international winner of the James Dyson Award out of over 1,200 applicants. And we've gone through our first round of investment, as well as being accepted onto 2 accelerators, one based in Chile and one based in the UK, which has been taking the technical and commercial development of the company forward. We are now looking for a second round of investment to continue our R&D and take us to MVP and mass manufacture. To give you an idea about the team that's behind O Wind, we believe we've built up a team that covers both the commercial and technical needs of the company, with the inventor Nicholas Orellana having 10 years experience in product development, and also assisting him on that is Professor Alan Loudon, who has experience in building new wind turbine design. I myself have experience on launching new products in the UK, and I'm leading the commercial team. I've worked with companies in China who are looking to introduce new products into the UK market. Our most recent investor, Eddie Gibson, has built up a global pharmaceutical consulting company and has the experience required to negotiate deals for O Wind both at home and internationally. 70% of all energy is consumed in urban areas. However, current technologies underperform in these locations due to lack of space for implementation and lack of access to the required renewable resource. There is, however, an abundance of a currently powerful yet untapped resource in the form of urban winds. Our solution, the O Wind turbine, is a bladeless turbine that can harness winds from any directions and make use of these turbulent, chaotic urban winds to generate clean, green electricity. Due to its unique design, it fits well into an urban landscape. Just to give you a bit more of an idea about our technology, the O Wind is a granted patent technology, and we have recently extended our granted IP to 22 countries internationally. O Wind can make use of both horizontal winds and is the world's first to harness vertical winds. Again, due to the bladeless design, this makes it wildlife friendly, results in a low noise output, and gives a compact design that is compatible with urban implementation. We currently have a 1.5 meter O Wind that has an output of up to 950 watts, and we are continuously looking to develop and improve that. In terms of the competition and where O Wind finds itself in that competitive landscape, there are a number of different types of turbine. The leading technology in the industry is the horizontal axis, or the HWT, which you see out in the countryside and on offshore installations. While this is very effective at harnessing linear wind, the design is not suitable for making use of turbulent winds. Other technologies that can harness horizontal winds but not vertical find themselves as more suitable for urban implementation. However, again, due to O Wind's unique bladeless design, this situates it perfectly for urban implementation and able to harness any winds traveling in any direction. In terms of our market value and size, we want O Wind to be the renewable option for people living in apartments, the same way domestic solar panel systems have benefited those living in houses. In the EU, 2% of all houses have solar panel systems installed. We believe those living in apartments share the same motivation, and therefore we have identified 2% of all apartments in the EU as our potential available market. Based on the principles of the innovation adoption curve, we believe that we can look to target 16% in the first 3 years. Now, although this only accounts for about 1 in every 1,000 apartments as our target market, it is still a very sizable sales target to reach. So we believe the best way to see O Wind implemented on a mass scale is to look to license the technology out to key players in the market. This route has been validated through initial collaborations with companies such as Siemens, and we have seen interest from large firms globally in both China, India, and the US. Based on the average industry rate, we'd be looking at 8% of all sales revenue as our own revenue are based on a licensing model. Therefore, as an OWIND being sold at £600, we'd be looking to take £48 per unit, and this builds up our revenue model for the first 3 years. As I mentioned before, we have received our first round of investment, which allowed us to extend our granted IP to 22 countries. Also, through the accelerators mentioned before, we've managed to raise 30,000 for product development and a pilot coming up in the next couple of months. However, to take this through to MVP and then commercialization, we need to be looking to realize a much larger R&D project, which comes in at about £250,000. Alongside this, we need to look at future IP maintenance costs and piloting. What we can see on there also is £2,000 budgeted for a web and a logo. While this only makes up the smallest slice of this pie chart, it is imperative that we get OWIND's brand positioning out there and we show the capabilities of this technology. Therefore, even though only a small amount, this £2,000 that we can use for a website and also logo development could really help in us securing the rest of the required money. If we are able to realize the full amount of the phase 2 investment, we will be able to see OWIND installed in a number of pilots, both in the UK and abroad, which will prove the validity of the technology and allow us to go out and start making licensing agreements with large energy firms or potential distributors. In terms of our business model, just to reiterate, OWIND Innovations is an R&D company, and therefore we are responsible for the designing, the testing and prototyping, and then finally the licensing or sale of the IP. A company that we do license this out to will be responsible for production, direct sales, and installation and after-sale service. We believe that this is the best route to see OWIND implemented on a mass and a global scale. Thank you very much for your time.